Follow me. To the crib, to the crib, to the crib. Why don't you follow me to my place? To the crib, to the crib. Back in Jersey, yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of New Music New Jersey. I am your host Apples and we are here in Neptune, New Jersey with Mr. Dion Jenkins. He is a producer, an engineer. Well, he's a man of many things, but we'll be speaking to him shortly and you will get to know exactly what else he does. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to the founder and the CEO of After the Storm Entertainment. Hello, Dion. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. It's a pleasure to be sitting here with you tonight.
Yes, same thing here.
Well, thank you. So as I explained just a little short while ago, you are a man of many hats. And you also, he's the man behind the music. We'll get to that part a little bit later. But can you tell us what else do you do besides being a producer, an engineer? I know that you're a DJ as well.
Correct. I'm also the owner of a janitorial service, DJ's Janitorial Services, LLC. We clean everywhere from up North Jersey all the way down to South Jersey. And trying to stay busy as possible.
Okay. But as you mentioned, music is your first love.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
How old were you? How did music enter your life? At what age?
Well, actually music entered my life when I was about 11 years old. My mother used to actually have parties back in the day. I used to call them sets. My mother would have parties to keep the kids off the streets. And it just so happens that she had a DJ come in and I watched him and I just fell in love with the music even more.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I started picking up on the music, and eventually she bought me my first turntable, and my first album was Michael Jackson's Thriller. Okay. And after that, and ever since then, I've been hooked on the music, so it's my love.
Okay, so you were a DJ before you actually became a producer engineer? Yeah,
that's usually the way it happens anyway. Most people
really?
They start off DJing, and then they start to pick up on the music and the timing of the music and making beats, and you just go from there and keep growing.
So when did you transform from a DJ to actually being a producer and making those beats? When was it that you think that you actually transitioned into that?
I'd say probably in my mid-20s. Probably in my mid-20s I would start getting really serious with the music a little bit more. And ever since then, you know, it's been a lot of ups and downs, but I cannot get away from it. So here I am, still doing it. So.
And when you say ups and downs, what are the challenges you felt like when you were growing up? I mean, besides your mom, that's a great thing that she did with the sets and parties and keeping the kids off the streets. That's awesome.
Right.
It can never be too much of that.
Right.
When you find it's good. But how was it growing up and being into music with producing and DJing? Was it difficult for you when you say the ups and downs? Like what kind of things did you actually?
The ups and downs, I would say that. Well, the ups were, of course, listening to some of the artists that I grew up listening to, and heavy influences. Jam Master Jay, probably the first time I watched him DJ too, I lost it, like. So, but the downside of it has been some of the changes in the music. I don't knock what anybody does, but some of the music I just don't really like. So instead of telling people like when they come into the studio that I like this and I like that, I don't sugarcoat. I just tell them the truth, and. I've had ups and downs as far as with the music, having to, take care of business, making sure that my daughter was taken care of and fed. So I've had to sell equipment, go back out, buy equipment again, so it's been some ups and downs, but I don't know, more ups than downs though, absolutely.
Well, amen to that. Amen to that. And I think too, when you're doing something that you love, there are going to be those sacrifices and things that you run into, and it only makes you stronger. If you can handle it and keep going and keep thinking. Where it is you exactly want to be.
Right.
Those bumps in the road that usually come.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to say with the DJing and producing, when did you come into the engineering? Because if you guys don't know, After the Storm Entertainment, it's just one guy. It's just Dion here. So he does everything. Can you just tell us exactly the different elements that you do when it comes to producing and engineering?
Well, on the engineering side, I am definitely still learning. I don't want to tell anybody that they can come to the studio and I can just put it all together and have it mixed. I have other people who help me out. And just the learning process to me is always a beautiful thing. I love to learn. I don't get tired of it. Producing, like I said, starting to make the beats and stuff like that. You know, I started off with Fruity Loops, graduated to Reason. I have Logic. I have different programs, and my honest opinion is that, you know what, it's not even the program, it's the person behind the program. So if you know what you're doing, then you're all right. I can't sit and listen to something and say, well, that person did that on Fruity Loops. I don't know. If it's a hot beat, it's a hot beat. Bottom line, to me anyway. Mm-hmm.
And do you have any favorite producers out there that you like as far as their craft and
mm-hmm.
how they make beats and how different they are?
Yeah, absolutely. I say DJ Premier is one of my favorites of all time. My brother who is getting his props is down south is Knife Wonder. I love Knife Wonder's music. And let me see who else. Can I think of anybody else offhand? Yeah. Those two are my favorites right now. Those two are my favorites.
So what do you think about Swiss Beats?
I like Swiss too.
Swiss,
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that brother's been doing it for a while. He's hot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's different. I guess you can tell when he comes on a track and he does.
Well, you know when it's a Swiss beat, you know something that's going to be crazy in the club. So yeah, he does his thing.
Okay. So like I said, you guys, when I came to first visit Dion, a lot of this stuff was not here. What is this? Well, all these different colors, all these different buttons. It's so it's really nice. And then also, if you guys look behind me, we have these two turntables here. These look kind of old. Where did you get these? How long have you had them?
I have had those turntables since 1992. Technique 1200s.
Get out.
Yeah, and it's still around, and they still work.
Wow.
I've had a million people try to buy them, and I refuse to let them go. So I got to hold on to those.
Amen. They're priceless.
Yeah, actually, I believe the company stopped making them.
Wait. You got the Beats by Dre.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a must for producers? Is this a must for you for people to have these Beats by Dre? I've never even held a pair of these.
Well, you know what? I like them. They sound good. They sound good.
I like them. You know what? Maybe we'll have, in a little bit of time, we'll have Dion play something for us, and then I can kind of hear how it comes through by Beats by Dre, because I've heard a lot about Beats by Dre.
No problem.
Nice to meet you, Beats by Dre. Okay, so now I think before we started taping, you did explain to me that this here is like when you go off the road, like with how does that work?
And that's Virtual DJ. That's a software program for DJing. Basically, you take your songs and you can do your mixing from there. Just it's a little bit different from the way it was back in the day, but I think it has its advantages. One thing that I don't miss doing is carrying a whole bunch of crates of records around.
Amen.
And with that, you won't have to do it anymore. Don't get me wrong. If I had to, I would. But hey, listen, that's less that I got to lift and move around, and it's also a faster setup time involved. So that's really great. As far as these things are concerned, these are sound modules. These are a whole bunch of different sounds that I have in here. A lot of these are actually old. And I just recently purchased a couple of these because, back in the day when they came out, I couldn't afford it. I got to be honest, I could not afford to do it. And now I can. So I went out and got some of these sound modules and stuff. And they really have great sounds to them. There's always a debate on using hardware versus software. And I just think that these things carry a better sound than some of the software. Don't get me wrong, some of the software is incredible. But I just think all around, these carry a better sound. So that's the reason why I purchased them.
Did you go to school for this?
No.
For nothing. You didn't go to school for this at all?
No.
So the two, what are these boards?
Mixing boards.
The mixing boards?
Mixing boards, yes.
The monitors. I see Alicia Keys over here.
Right.
I see FL Studio. What is all this?
This is all software programs, native instruments, Fruity Loops. Like I said, a lot of people use the Fruity Loops. Reason is another software program. We have Movie and Studio DVD right here. It's by Sony. That's for video editing, which we're going to be doing as well. And, they're quite expensive, but you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it. The board, I guess it's like I said, a little bit of old school and a little bit of new school. So some people have graduated and say, well, we shouldn't use this, we shouldn't use that. And I just really believe that each person is entitled to their own opinion, and whatever works for you works. So that's what I choose to use.
Okay. Now, you didn't go to school, so how did you learn to know what equipment to get, what equipment not to get, how to upgrade, how to know what's the next best thing out? Like, how do you teach yourself? How do you do that to keep up? And
I watched other people and just learn from them. I usually just keep an eye on what people are doing and ask them, how do you do this? How do you do that? I might go over it in my head a couple times and I pretty much pick it up.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks pretty technical in here.
It is.
Looks very technical. If you don't know what you're doing, do not come in here, okay? It's a lot of turns, a lot of buttons, a lot of typing. There's a piano. You play the piano, keyboard too?
A little bit.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We have a guitar here as well.
So you got the guitar, you got the mixing boards, you have this fancy thing with the nice colors and all the lights. I forgot what that was called again.
Sound modules.
The sound module. And he has these, I want to say vintage turntables that are priceless, and he's not going to sell. I'm going to sell them either. These are your babies.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so what I really wanted to ask you, now you did mention editing. He does have an editing room, guys. We're going to be able to show you a little bit later in the show. I saw like tons of records in there and CDs. So when can we expect you to be doing the editing? When is that project going to be coming along?
Actually, within the next month or two, we should be ready to go. Okay, absolutely.
And Dion, when someone wants to be booked and come to After the Storm Entertainment for a session, what are they getting when they come here? What can they expect to get from you?
Quality. That's what we love to give. I don't ever want to see anybody out here, with something that's not done the way they want it to be done. The service that we're providing, you're paying for it, it should be taken care of the way you want it. And I just really want my customers to be satisfied. I take pride in what I do. And that's basically it.
Okay. And as far as when you do have the artists come in here, how is it like with the attitudes, because some people get in here and they want to tell you what to do. How do you handle that as a producer, knowing what sounds good and what doesn't? How do you deal with the different personalities? Well,
the person's input, of course, is always wanted. But as far as the running things is concerned, I'm in control of my own destiny. So I try to work with the person. If it's reasonable, we can get along and fine. If they're not satisfied for whatever reason, they're more than welcome to go record somewhere else. I don't hold any grudges against anybody, I don't do that.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to New Music New Jersey. So, as I said before, that Dion has artists, and right now we're going to actually take a little sneak peek and see who's in here. Guys, follow me. Hello.
Peace.
Hi, how are you, Allah son?
Peace, how y'all doing?
I'm good. My name is Apples from New Music, New Jersey.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, likewise. And what are you recording tonight?
I'm working on Scientific Mind for the album Tray of 1,000 Roaches. Right here with my man Dion. Shout out to Montana Way. Doing conscious music.
Okay.
And universal music also. Music to get the people to think again.
Okay. How long have you been a rap artist?
Since we was beating on the tables in high school.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like 13 years from that now. Just want to put it on tracks and share some ideas.
Okay. And let me, for you guys that don't know, his name is Allah's son, and you're from Lakewood, New Jersey.
Yep, born and raised in Lakewood.
Okay. And what are your influences as far as hip hop?
I have many influences such as Rakim, Poor Righteous Teachers, A-Sun, ODB, Wu-Tang. It was a lot of things that influenced me. I listen to all kinds of hip hop because music is like art to me. So what one genre don't cover, another one will.
Amen to that. And how long have you been coming to Dion's studio here?
I've been going strong for a few months now. We've been investing in each other, and it's growing from there.
Okay, well that's good. I actually like Dion. I do like his studio, and the thing I like about him too is that he's a perfectionist.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
when you come here, you're going to get good stuff, good quality stuff.
Absolutely.
So listen, you are watching New Music New Jersey. Is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers, or anything you would like to say to some of the hip hop artists, or just artists period, that are trying to become like good into the music? And
I would say keep doing what you're doing. The best way for you to progress is to practice at it. Practice might not make perfection, but it makes progress. Peace.
You do what you do simply because it's the right thing to do. You should know that love is blind. See, love doesn't have eyes for the physical attraction, the materialistic things. See, love brings out the blind, carries the traits. And love has a problem with hate, because love, why do we care? It's not that love is unfair, we're just a school of the facts that measure up in terms, because love is blind.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to New Music New Jersey. Again, I am your host, Apples, and we're here in Neptune, New Jersey with producer and engineer Dion Jenkins with After the Storm Entertainment. And we also have a guest here who's also a producer and engineer, and his name is Trauma, and he's from Lakewood, New Jersey. How are you, Trauma?
I'm alright, yourself?
I'm good, thank you. So how long have you been a producer and engineer?
I've been recording and making beats for about a year now.
Oh, a year?
A year.
And then how did you start?
Well, actually I started as a DJ. I was DJing for like 6 months. I watched a YouTube video with Jazzy Jeff. He was talking about Cakewalk, making beats. So from there I started exploring Reason, FL Studio. I grabbed some hardware. Actually got the beat machine earlier, the XR20.
Okay.
I started making beats on there first. Now I use FL Studio. And then from making beats, now I went through recording. I use Pro Tools. That's about it.
Okay. And how did you get to meet Dion?
Well, I met him through a client that I had recording in Lakewood. He introduced me to him. I met him the other day, actually. I came in just to work for him. And he liked what I do, so I'm back.
Okay. And what is the favorite thing that you like about being a producer and an engineer?
The creativity.
Okay.
That's it.
Creativity.
That's right.
Okay. Well, that's what's up. How has it been with working with After the Storm Entertainment? I came here, I met Dion like last summer.
Okay.
He had, some things. I come back, he has all this other stuff. He's always getting new things.
Well, yeah, that's what got me. Because I record everything. I record in my house. I got everything set up properly. But when I came here, it's a great listening environment, as you can see. Got the boards right there, and actually got 2 stations. I can slide over here, make a beat, bring it over to Pro Tools and record. One shot.
Wow. And if you could just tell us about maybe a couple of artists that you work with. What kind of music do you produce?
See, Dirty South. I work with a cat named Rodamans with ATM. I got 5 artists myself. X, I'm working on his campaign mixtape. I did a track for Grim. He messes with 100 Block. I did tracks for X, Rodamaz, Beast. He's an upcoming artist. I just produced a track for Allah last night. Okay. I produced a track for Get Busy. That's about it right now. Everybody's in the house that I make beats for, my own team.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, I just want to thank you for coming on our show.
Thank you.
And so again, that was Trauma, and he's a producer and an engineer. And we're here in Neptune, New Jersey with Dion Jenkins with After the Storm Entertainment. Now, I know we're going to get a chance to see Rochelle Miller and also Justice, who were featured on New Music New Jersey Artist. You were actually the guy behind that, the music. Can you tell us a little bit about that, working with Justice and Rochelle, with the record label called We Do It For The People?
It's just a pleasure to work with those guys. It's more than just, studio relationship. We're all family, and I appreciate everything that they do, and they like the music that I produce, and I'm going to keep on putting together some beats for them. And I got my man Trauma here now. They'll get a chance to hear some of the things he does, and we're just going to continue to work together, work and grow.
This is right here. This is a track I did for Rodamaz off the album Versatile. It's dropping real soon. I can set up.
All I know is getting that cash. All I know is getting that 30 even shit.
everybody. And again, we're in Neptune, New Jersey, here with Dion Jenkins from After the Storm Entertainment. So as you guys came on, I had these on. These are Beats by Dre. I've heard so much about them. I like them.
Yeah.
I love the sound. I like the look. And what they fold. And
Yes.
Dion showed me how cool these things are. Thank you for letting me listen to these.
You're welcome.
I really like these.
Not a problem.
Oh, okay. I just put them back where I got them. All nice and neat as everything else. Okay, so again, I just want to say thank you for being on our show, New Music New Jersey. It's been a long time waiting.
Yes.
And as you know, everyone knows that we have lost two great people in the music industry, Mr. Don Cornelius and it's so shocking, Whitney Houston.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
How have you been affected?
Well, you know, we lost two beautiful people. And to me, it just goes to show you that life is very short. And you got to live life to the fullest and, you know, be thankful for every breath. Don't take anything for granted. You know, we didn't expect that. Like you said, just a couple of days ago, she was out, you know, having a good time with her daughter, and now she's not here. You know, Don Cornelius, they said the brother was going through a lot, you know, and it doesn't make a difference how much money you have, you know, just treat people right, you know. And that's what I try to do every day, you know. But it breaks my heart, you know, to hear that. But we got to keep moving, you know. It's really sad, but we got to keep it moving.
And of course, growing up and being a DJ at an early age, how has Whitney Houston's music affected you?
Well, that woman could blow, man.
Yes, she can.
And you don't sell 150 million records just to be selling 150 million records. It had to be something special going on, you know, through, you know, everything she was dealing with, you know, which we don't know everything. We don't know, you know, the inside of what was going on in her life, you know. It's just something special, and you know, we're gonna miss her, you know, no doubt about that. So
I agree. And the family here with New Music New Jersey, we will miss Mr. Don Cornelius and the beautiful Whitney Houston. She definitely meant a lot to us. Just a beautiful person. Her music, her voice, just one of a kind. There'll never be another like her. And of course, Soul Train. There would never be another Soul Train. It was one of a kind. And it didn't matter how old it was. Everyone who watched Soul Train can just fit right in.
absolutely.
The dancing, the outfits, you know, everyone looked different, the costumes. It just made you want to be, you know, want to be there on the stage, you know, moving. You wanted to be one of the dancers. It was just great. It was fun. So as we wrap up this edition here in New Music New Jersey with Dion Jenkins, again, it was such a pleasure to have you, and thank you for inviting us into your studio. It's lovely, by the way, very neat, and everything is, you know, up to date, and just really a good pleasure. And also, I just want to say thank you to Justice, who was our first artist on New Music New Jersey, and Rochelle, who was our second artist. Thank you so much for having him come by. And also, I want to thank Allah's son from Lakewood, New Jersey, for being on the show as well. And also producer and engineer Trauma from Lakewood, New Jersey as well. So on that note, we really have to go, and we're here in Neptune, New Jersey with producer, engineer, After the Storm Entertainment, Dion. We'll see you guys later, and you never know, we might just be coming to your town. Bye, guys. I love this. Where did you steal this from?
A song by a group called Persuade Us.
Persuade Us? Okay.
Back in the 70s, they was hot.
I remember listening to this when you did it, yep. That is hot.
Thank you. We're here at After the Storm Entertainment.
And you're tuning in to New Music New Jersey.
The hottest independent artist, 1 on 1 in 10, every third Friday, intros the artist before the third season of New Music New Jersey. Laid back, personal, real, enjoy the conversational style blog that gives insight into the journey and mind of the artist on a personal level in 10 questions. Are you ready to shoot the one? 1 on 1 in 10.
you